Hey, welcome to the ranking of the 15th year of Best Picture nominees at the Oscars. This is part of my journey to watch every single Best Picture nominee in Oscar history. I'll be ranking them from least to most favorite, with the one I think should have won saved for the last as the big reveal. If you haven't seen the earlier years, go back and catch up. It's been a wild ride so far. And yes, the Oscars turn 100 in 2028, and this series will be finished by then. Let's get started. The Magnificent Ambersons. Orson Welles' follow-up to Citizen Kane is a haunting look at a wealthy Midwestern family's fall from grace during the rise of industrial America. It's told through the eyes of spoiled heir and dives into themes of pride, regret, and progress. It's considered an unfinished masterpiece because the studio famously cut 40 minutes and reshot the ending. Some hold it up as a tragedy of lost cinema. Personally, I didn't enjoy it. I admire Wells as a filmmaker, and maybe I would have liked the full version, but this one just didn't click for me. The Pied Piper. This wartime drama follows an older British man who reluctantly leads a group of children across Nazi occupied France. The story is about responsibility, sacrifice, and the innocence of youth caught in conflict. It's a decent premise, and it was nominated for 3 Oscars, but it never really grabbed me. Solid, but forgettable. Wake Island. One of the first films about America's involvement in World War II, this dramatizes the defense of Wake Island after Pearl Harbor. Marines and civilians hold off a Japanese assault in a gritty patriotic stand. It was clearly made quickly to boost morale, and you can tell. It's got some raw emotion, but also feels rushed and overly propagandistic. Not a great film overall. 49th Parallel. A Nazi U-boat crew gets stranded in Canada and tries to escape to neutral America. Along the way, they meet Canadians from all walks of life who challenge their ideology. It won Best Original Story, and I'll admit, it's grown on me over time. It's still propaganda, but more subtly handled than the others from this era. It's great landscapes, too. The Pride of the Yankees. Gary Cooper plays Lou Gehrig in this biopic about the legendary Yankees career and battle with ALS. It's moving, inspirational, and home to the famous luckiest man speech. 11 Oscar nominations. I'm not a huge baseball fan. If you were, I would probably rank this higher. Cooper's performance is great, and the story is touching, but something held me back. Maybe just where it landed after years of watching all these films. Yankee Doodle Dandy. James Cagney won an Oscar for his energetic portrayal of Broadway icon George M. Cohan. This musical is pure red, white, and blue, from showbiz glitz to patriotic morale boost. Yes, it's propaganda, but it's also fun. The music's infectious, and Cagney dances his heart out. One of the better feel-good films of the war years. The Talk of the Town. Cary Grant plays a political fugitive hiding in a house rented by a straight-laced law professor, and it turns into a witty, thoughtful film about civil liberties and justice in wartime America. Grant is probably my favorite actor, and the cast here is fantastic. This movie felt fresh and meaningful in a year dominated by more conventional war narratives. Random Harvest. Ronald Colman plays a World War I vet with amnesia who starts a new life, falls in love with Greer Garson, and then forgets her again after another trauma. Cue romance, memory loss, and bittersweet fate. I'm not usually big on romance, but this one hit me in a unique way. It's sentimental without being too sappy, and I was really drawn into the story. King's Row. Now this is a dark horse. Set in a small town with deep secrets, King's Row is a dramatic, sometimes disturbing look at a hidden cruelty, classism, and psychological trauma. Ronald Reagan gives his best ever performance here. Yes, really. And the story is bolder than you'd expect from 1942. It tackles some serious taboos and still holds up today. This movie deserves way more attention than it gets. And here's my pick and the Academy's pick for Best Picture of 1942. Mrs. Miniver follows an ordinary British family facing extraordinary circumstances during World War II. Greer Garson leads with quiet strength, and the film captures the personal and national sacrifices of the time. Yes, it's propaganda, but it's also really good. Poignant, powerful, and beautifully made. Even today, it holds up as a moving snapshot of wartime resilience. And that's my ranking of the 15th Academy Awards Best Picture nominees. Which one was your favorite? Did you love Mrs. Miniver, or are you in the King's Row, or Random Harvest Camp? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing what others think, especially from anyone else who's crazy as me to watch every nominee ever, like I'm doing. Be sure to like, subscribe, and check out Year 16 coming soon.